Hey guys, so earlier I went and saw Popstar Never Stop, Never Stopping. I was having a really bad day today. Actually, the last couple days, I had a bad day at work. Cavs lost yesterday, and I'm hearing the news about Muhammad Ali, who's one of my all-time favorites. And I was like, man, I just need to go see a good comedy, and I was not up to seeing any Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. I am a huge Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fan, and I continue to be like of the original cartoons and stuff. But I refuse to see any of these new ones. I keep hearing they're awful. They look awful. Some people have tried to tell me that they're not that bad, but I refuse. And from some early word I've heard from some people, yeah, I was right. I was in the right to fucking avoid that movie from what some people are telling me. But, anyways, I was like, what else is playing? Oh, Popstar. That movie Popstar. Andy Samberg, Lonely Island, who I didn't really know who they were until somebody told me those were the guys that were responsible for the digital shorts, like Dick in a Box and Jizz in My Pants. And I'm like, alright, those are really fucking funny. That's what Sandberg was most famous for on SNL was those digital shorts, and they were really well done. So I'm like, all right, I can get behind that. Like I said, they were really well done, and I said the trailers for this movie look pretty funny from what I could tell. I like Andy Samberg when he's not doing shitty movies like That's My Boy. He's a guy who has a lot of talent that could be a big name in comedy for years to come if he continues to make good movies. So yeah, I liked it. I like Popstar Never Stop Never Stopping. I really enjoyed that movie. It was a movie that really needed to see. Let's just say, really did. With the mood I was in, that put me in the right mood. Thank God. Uh, it was very very funny. It was very very funny. This is a movie that's gonna be very hard to review because it's when you like a comedy, you really just don't have much to talk about other than like some of the jokes, which I will talk about. But I have a few things. But when you don't like a comedy, you have a lot more to talk about how bad it is of a comedy. But this is a really funny comedy. I really enjoyed it. I hope people do see this. This is really really funny. It's a great parody of the horribleness of our pop culture nowadays and the awfulness of the music industry now, like how horrible music is nowadays compared to like back in the 70s and 60s, which I cannot stand the music nowadays. Good God, can I not? And this is just a perfect parody of this generation's music and the pop culture and everything else. Andy Samberg is a lot of fun. He he is really goddamn funny in this movie. He is playing a self-righteous kind of Justin Bieber-esque person in this movie, as I imagine he was, who just he has a bunch of yes men. He has a lot of weird people that he hires. Like what was that? I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. He has a guy, Bill Hader's a guy who uh, carries around a bunch of backstage. Uh, um, or carries a bunch of guitars backstage. He also has like a person that punches him in the nuts just to remind him where he came from for some fucking reason. He has what was the other one? Oh, he has a guy, a short guy that follows him around to like public events so that he can get his picture taken around with him, picture taken with him, so it makes him look larger than he actually is. That's kind of funny. There's just like so many weird jokes in this movie. Um, it's obvious in a lot of ways that this is like a parody of Justin Bieber when there's a scene where he takes his shit in Anne Frank house. I remember there was controversy about Justin Bieber. That had to be exactly who they were targeting. I remember, yeah, Justin Bieber was at Anne Frank house or something. Said she was a believer or something or if I remember correctly. Um, and it's a perfect. Like I said, he's playing a perfect parody of a of somebody that honestly it's kind of scary to think about, but this kind of person probably would be very popular in today's culture, and that's fucking sad. And a lot of the songs, if they were real serious or like they were real songs, they probably would have been popular. That's even more sad. Um, which brings to my next point: the fucking songs in this movie. The songs in this movie are the best thing about this movie. Good God, are the songs hilarious? Like they are some of the best like songs of like from a parody movie I've seen in a long time. I the two that I remember the most. I'm looking them up. So let me. Where the hell is it? Give me 1 second. I'm gonna look them up real quick. If I put them in here. There was the equal rights one where he's talking about gay marriage and how gay marriage should be accepted, even though like they point out at the end of the trailer or end of the music video for it, they're like gay marriage is legal, so he didn't really have to say anything about it. Um, he sings about it, and he's like at the same time like intermittently going, "I'm not gay, I'm not queer," and then he just also talks about random just list off random masculine things like Rambo, Predator, chicken wings. I don't know why, but it's very fucking funny. That's always very funny. And also the one I think that most people are gonna remember is the one where he's talking about fucking a girl and he's fucking her like the United States Army fucked Bin Laden. Wow. That's a lyric in this movie. Also, there's a one where he's talking about that Mona Lisa's an overrated piece of shit. Why does she look like a garbage pail kid? That made me laugh. They also put like an image of a garbage pail kid over the Mona Lisa. And that makes it even funnier. That was pretty fucking funny. There's even stay at the end of the credits. There's like the listing of the songs is hilarious. I was like, where did I miss some of those? Like there's one about it like at the end of the credits they're playing more songs, and there's one about how he wants crack to be illegal because it's so great. It's a fucked up movie. Also, I was wondering this going in, and this might get into spoilers, but Justin Timberlake does pop up in this movie. He's like his personal chef. Um, that was funny. He like he's a guy who just likes to cut and hit like his food in like different shapes and sizes, and it's really weird. But it's like Justin Timberlake having fun. And like I said, he's funning for what he's in this movie. There's a lot of cameos in this thing. Oh, one of the best parts was at the beginning of this movie where he's singing the song about being humble, like how he's humble as that he has all this fame and showing that really isn't. And then at the end of the song, they show an interview with Mariah Carey where she says that song really touched me because I am a very humble person, and that made me laugh. That made me laugh a lot. Uh, there's also Will Arnett's in this. He's playing a version of TMZ called CMZ because apparently they can't call it TMZ. I don't know. I guess they probably would get sued. I guess I don't know. But it's Will Arnett being Will Arnett, and like it is somewhat a little over the top at times at those scenes, but they're pretty funny. It'll just intercut with what's going on in the movie, and also like TMZ trying to report on some of the stuff that Connor for Real is doing. Yeah, like I said, Will Arnett's in this. Is there anybody else I'm forgetting? That Michael Bolton's in this. Weirdly enough, Snoop Dogg. I don't know who's all in this. There's a lot of people in this. This is a very funny movie. It is a very funny movie, and I want to see more from these guys. Also, like the two other guys from Lonely Island that are in this movie are main roles in this film. Like one's a farmer. He keeps getting birds pooping on him and shit like that. That's kind of funny. Like he has all these weird wood makings that he does, and he also you find out what he actually is farming at the end of the movie. That was kind of funny. Uh, and the other is like this DJ that really doesn't do anything anymore. He just basically plays songs on his iPod, and that's it. That's all he ever does. That's kind of funny. Uh, it's a good movie. I'd highly recommend seeing it. It's a comedy. It's between this and Neighbors 2. We've had two pretty decent comedies. If I were to say one thing that was a little negative on it, kind of did drag on a little bit at the end of the movie. It kind of is like, all right, kind of end it anytime soon. I mean, I know they have to make it a feature length, which it's like an hour and 20 minutes. Really, that's it. But it's like, come on, now you're kind of dragging it a little bit. Uh, wow, it's actually a Judd Apatow film that isn't 2 hours. It's produced by him. That's a fucking miracle. I love Judd Apatow, but goddamn, that guy needs an editor. If this was directed by him, it would probably be 2.5 hours long. But yeah, I do recommend Popstar. It's a very funny movie. Definitely go check it out. Over probably did. I can't say for sure, but from what I've heard, it's probably better than Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. As far as trailers go, I only got one new one. Damn, I got sniffles here. Shit, was it? What Now? That's the movie title. It's a new Kevin Hart stand-up special movie. I saw his other one, Let Me Explain, wasn't it? Was it called? That came out a few years ago. I wasn't a big fan of it, but I like Kevin Hart. He actually did do this tour up in Cleveland, about an hour away from me, and I wanted to see him, but I didn't see him because I do like Kevin Hart. And it's Kevin Hart doing a stand-up special. That's pretty much it. There's nothing else to it, so that's as far as trailers go. I'll be back next week. What is next week? I think it's, if I'm correct, what is next week? Oh, next week is Conjuring 2 and Now You See Me 2. Two sequels. Alright, both look pretty decent. So, alright, until then, I'll talk to you guys later.